Hello everyone. Back at it again. On the main channel, we have one of the most exciting games that you will ever see. It's Duel Links Showdown today. Literally, Duel Links Taiwan, Duel Links Latam. Yeah, I guess there's not much else to say considering it's like self-explanatory enough. So yeah. We'll just be waiting for Hans and Vodka to come to the table, and then we can start. Quite the roster from both teams. I'm seeing a couple of Player of the Week's winners from Duel Links Taiwan, and quite the good roster as well from Duel Links Latam. And without further ado, let's get right into it. So we have Vodka on the table, Hans on the table. We can start. We're ready to go. Let's go. First game. Oh my god, that's so loud. What the? Oh my god. No way this happened, dude. Are you kidding me? Bro. I literally just got hacked. I cannot get out of this screen, dude. What? What? Bro, what happens if I quit spectator? Like, does my game just disappear? Oh my god, it was so laggy as well. No, dude, this is scuffed. I have to reset my game, dude. Sorry, guys. I've seen this happen just once before. I was on the bad end of it. So this is like the... Holy shit, why is this so laggy all of a sudden? Why is my game so laggy? Guys, I think someone sabotaged me. No cap. Oh my... Okay. All my settings reset. Okay, finally, I'll take care of the settings later. Let's just get into it. Please don't freak out again. Okay, I need to turn up the volume just a little. Please don't... Okay. Yeah, we're not using clip view today. Okay, finally! Some action. Yeah, stop. Yeah, okay. We good now. We good now, boys. We got through it. Okay, so first turn, he popped his own Hysteric Sign. So he got Chandler, Oracle, and Featherest, Hans. And Vodka, with the good combination of Emerald Bird and Yellow Marten. Yellow Marten can add that fusion, can resummon itself, then that's sufficient material, if need be, for that Saber Dancer. First turn from Hans didn't have that that Cyber Slash, so he's gonna have to utilize up to three monsters from his hand and or field if he wants to fuse for that Saber Dancer, and that's exactly what he's gonna do. He will actually use Purple Butterfly as well. That means that he can resummon that. I think it's still a little too low. I don't know from where though. Like sound effects? Okay. Either way, he's gonna just get back that Yellow Marten. Okay, that's more like it. That's... I think just the... Okay, now it should be a little better. Sorry guys for the... I don't know. I don't even know what was that, honestly. But regardless, Harpy sunning around onto that Tenki. Obviously, we do have fodder here because we did add, you know, Oracle, and I'm sure he has other cards other than that Oracle that he could use. Check it out, Hans. The objective here, right, is to get that that Thunder Spark on the field ASAP, and that could very easily happen. I see him go for the Oracle here. We know he added Egotist. And there it is, so... I'm not sure if there's another way, potentially, that he could get another monster. You know, instead of having just the Thunder Spark alone, but... Well, Thunder Spark is like the only out to this deck. Or rather, to this monster, so... Let's see how this goes. X Sheets Shokan for 3 materials, rank 4, incoming. Stop leaving me in the air, Hans. I can see the symbols. Please do the summon now. And before someone just told him, maybe you should wait a bit. I don't know. Either way, Thunder Spark Dragon finally coming down onto the board. Can get rid of that pesky Saber Dancer. But yeah, that's pretty much gonna be it. The only out. And the old Modern, considering it was destroyed by a card effect, can get that Lunalight Fusion. And if he has 2 more Lunalight monsters in the hand, or literally just a rabbit, that's another Saber Dancer. So Hans is gonna have to do something for this turn, and it needs to count. Draws for 1, that's fair. Let's check out the predictions actually, just to see how many people voted for which. Okay, dude. 0% voted for Duel Links Latam, really? Well, then we cannot continue with the predictions, guys, because I can literally just scam you right now and you lose like 20... You lose like 50k gems. Well, let's return the channel points. Sorry, dudes. It is what it is. Literally no one voted for Duel Links Latam. Even if there was someone who voted like 10 points, the predictions, although like such a high risk for voting for Duel Links Taiwan, oh, the guy voting for Duel Links Latam would be like insanely good. Anyway, opts not to swing. So here is hoping that the back row can really save the deal here for Hans. White Rabbit, exactly what you want to see if you're Vodka. Reviving that Emerald Bird, that level 4. Even activates its effect. Ends off that Crimson Fox, oh god. And with that, we will be bouncing just 1 before we swap back into our Yellow Modern. There we go, back to the hand, and we can make way for a rank 4. Not sure if needed that much. You know, it's kind of hard to tell. You should always try to go for it, you know, because else Yellow Mountain would be banished. But considering you do have the Emerald Bird, you can, you know, just have it again. And he said he's gonna leave it out on the field and send another Fox to the deck, from the deck to the grave. In fact, floating, thanks to the Emerald Bird. And well, that's a rank 4. A little more convoluted rank 4, but still rank 4. Tiger King, get that tanky out of the way. Purple Butterfly, well, that's a little follow-up, I suppose. And well, with this, thanks to Tiger King, one Book of Moon will not be sufficient for game. Or rather, he would need 2 of them. One onto his own Thunderspark and one onto the Tiger King. Do you have it? No, but it is Hysteric Party. And that's a loss. Yeah. Anyway, guys, I prepared something nice for you. You can see on the right side of your prepare next match screen. Obviously the best Duel Links team here. Duel Links Team Wars. Having scored 100 during this match. Obviously as well, you have HeyZZy as the starter. And yeah, he clapped literally everyone. Yeah. Anyway, enough of the ego stroking. I'll leave this up on the whole duration of the stream, just for the funny memes. In the meantime, let's edit out the scores. And with that, let's go. Damn it, it's bugged again. Anyway. Switching to Melodious. So Melodious would have the upper hand up against Luna Light. 30 cards though, maybe a little hard to find that opener you need, especially going first. But thankfully there is that first movement solo. That 4th, 5th, even 6th copy of Soprano, of Sonata, of Score, I guess. This setup is nice if you do not have the hand trap, but you do have another normal summon or special summon in the hand. You can go for that Score. Get it very easily with Chopina. Although the issue here is that you reveal to your opponent that you do have that Score, which could be to your advantage or disadvantage. Sets a monster. I think that monster could be that that girl that floats. I'm not sure. I don't remember what it is called exactly. Was it called Solo as well? All I know is that she floats once destroyed by battle. And you can special summon her if you control no monsters and your opponent controls at least one. So like a Cyber Dragon. RAP Cyber Dragon. You will not be missed. Thanky. That's very good. That is, as mentioned earlier with Solo, right? Where you have that 5th, 4th, 6th copy of a card. You have with Thanky, like pretty much everyone I've seen runs one Emerald Bird to Martin. So that is the 2nd, 3rd, 4th copy of Bird, and 3rd, 4th, 5th copy of Martin. Gonna add that Martin. Don't tell me he also opened the Bird. Does open the Bird. Alright, that is exactly what you want to see. In an unfavorable matchup. Although Vodka may not be able to do much on this turn in particular. We know there's the score in hand. Activates Moonlight Fusion. Wait, let me try something, guys. The overlay may change just a bit. Okay, I fixed it. Alright. I need to mention this to the developer of this. Okay, in the meantime, skill prisoner onto the Chopina, so no Crimson Fox to turn that to 0. Although there is still that rank 4 potential, and not to mention Crimson Cat Dancer could have that ability to attack twice. Not now though, because there is no more that Vodka could be using. It's gonna add a tanky for the next turn, and I guess negate the Chopina for the next turn. That means no adding back the score. Ooh, that is a Soprano face down. Let's see which one does Hans value more. You do have to consider that this score is not gonna be able to be added back due to the Tiger King effect. And he's not gonna risk. Alright. Very well. Does add something. Do you remember there is still a skill prisoner for the side of Hans? Soprano, normal summon. Also will go for a fusion, so at this point, Vodka's really gonna need some more to deal with this Bloom Diva. Really gonna need a whole lot more, and considering... Let's see if there's a Sphere Kuriboh involved first. Alright, considering with one of the outs that does not target, you know, can get by the skill prisoner, is outed. The only other out would be that Malevolent Sin, and to have that, well, you first have to get rid of that that skill prisoner. That's one material of the Malevolent Sin being gone, and you know, having that second one, it's gonna be pretty hard to have Malevolent Sin to live. Would be even worse with Hans having a Necrofusion to fuse for a second one. But Vodka, master of Lunalights, we know that much. Will be bouncing a back row. He does have the Morden. That's a rank 4, so that makes wave for the Malevolent Sin. Unless Vodka's running 2 Tiger Kings. I haven't seen anyone play 2, but... Alright, there is the Malevolent Sin. This is very, very reliant on Vodka having a Sphere Kuriboh in the hand. Considering Tiger King had to die there, I'm assuming he didn't have a Sphere Kuriboh at that time. Maybe he does have one now, since he had this top deck. But let's just wait and see what happens. Attacking into the Cat Dancer. That's a very interesting choice of attack here from Hans. This tells me that set card could very well be a second skill prisoner. You would not love to see that if you're Vodka here. Let's see, which one will it be? White Rabbit. Attempt to bounce. Even if you force the back row here, right, and you know, have Vodka still keep one material off the... Oh, okay, it's gonna be breakthrough skill. Alright, well, that does still keep one material off the field. It's just a matter of stalling for now. Well, back to Hans. Nami added this Cancer card before it's freeze. Yeah. There's a lot of Daigusto cards they could add. I mean, well, freeze is, you know, like the core card. You have the core in the form of the main deck monsters, but not the extra deck. Alright, we'll be swinging. Big delay here. Interesting that he opted to swing with the Soprano first, because now, if there's a Sphere Kuriboh, well, Bluma will be turned to defense, and if Hans has a score in hand, well, he could have outed this Malevolent Sin. That is your priority right now. Get rid of that Malevolent Sin. Its effect will actually successfully resolve now. Bloom Diva is off the field. And this is the only avenue open for Vodka to try to get game here. So, not sure if it matters much, yeah, you know, but he did banish a material that he could have used for the Luna Light Fusion from the deck. But again, it really doesn't matter that much. You have sufficient materials in the hand, I'm assuming. What's important here is getting that Cat Dancer swinging due to the potential of having Hans with the score in the hand. Ooh, hold up. One score will no longer matter, I think. Alright, Malevolent Sin, swinging first, that's gonna be the score. Will there be a second? Oh my god, there's a second! Oh, 30 cards! And he had 2 of them. Hans wins this game by literally way too close of a comfort here. Unlucky indeed. But what can you do? Gonna be 1-1 now. Both of the players have exchanged decks. And well, just like that, we're gonna be very soon back to the game. Let's check it out. Second deck of Vodka, which will it be? Also note that at 100-0 scoreline, have you ever seen someone get that 100 win accolade with just 0 wins? Well, you have seen it now. Oh, 30 card versus 30 card. Very interesting here to see that. And this actually reminds me that I have to make the match report as well. Give me one moment, guys. While Hans is setting up, you can enjoy. I suppose just him setting up. Let's back the soprano. Alright guys, so the first deck was what? Vodka with the Luna Lights winning against Hans's Harpies. Alright. And then Hans switched to Melodious. And then he won. And now we have Vodka with the Harpies high card count. Alright. In the meantime, Duel Links Lounge with the raid. Pharaoh's up against S10 finished just a little more. Just a little earlier. And seemingly hella in the favor of S10. Thank you to Pharaohs, I suppose, for making the match very, very competitive. You know, with 3 and 10. Still though, must have been a pretty cool game to cast. I'm assuming. Dark. Thank you once again for the raid. Make sure to check him out. Click on his name in the chat. He's right there. Anyway, in the meantime, Necrophagy infusing forward a second Shuberta up against Harpies. That's, you know, just sad to see. Especially when your channel has like literally no effect. Not that you would, you know, go for an effect anyway, but still, 25 cards in the deck, 2 in hand. You have to hope for that hysteric sign to be discarded by the Karma Cut, perhaps. Well, there's the Karma Cut, and there's the hysteric sign. That's gonna be the first Shuberta attack, but keep in mind, Hysteric Party has to be sent to the graveyard to resolve, right? During the end phase of the turn, this card was sent from the field or hand to the graveyard. By the newer rulings, like from a year or so ago, it has to be in the graveyard still to resolve, if I'm correct. Well, either way, we will be seeing if that is the case or not, because Hans will be banishing okay, every single card in the graveyard will be banished. That's cool. I guess except for the Karma Cut. That stuff's gonna be in the graveyard still. Shuberta still attacking. Hopefully he activated the Shuberta that was getting banished. Well, this is the moment of truth. Will Hysteric Sign resolve? I'm guessing no. Okay. GG's, I guess. We could probably call this early. Shuberta. I'm hoping this one is active. And if it is, well, not a whole lot of stuff you can do with just 3 cards. Especially in the 30 card variant where you kind of ride by that hope to draw well and have your Hysteric Sign resolve, and well, you did have it in a hand, but it didn't resolve. MST. Alright. Not like it would matter that much, I would say. But yeah, there's a D-Wrath. At this point, well, okay, there's still some avenue left. If Vodka has, yeah, something like a Book of Moon, something like a Karma Cut. Alright, this is not done just yet. There is one play that can be done here. Perfumer or Channeler with Father can achieve this, but the play is to go for Utopia right here. And he doesn't have it. So Hans manages to win out this this pretty hard and important battle, and ends up being the victor between the two starters, and proving why Duel Links Latam is the better Duel Links team at the starting department. Be making a whole lot of memes in this match. In the meantime, alright, so as I said just earlier, SCM and Pharaohs did finish 10-3, but another match also finished quite early, which was BZ versus Toon Squad. Right before this game started, BZ defeated Toon Squad with the scoreline of 10-4. I believe that does put BZ to that 7-2 position, but Uchiha's also is on that 7-2 position. It's just, you know, BZ does have a lot more RD. Quite a hard division there, fought between the two best places there, but, you know, cannot have everything in life. Wait, it's still the wrong... Oh my god, it's not fixed. Okay, guys, I'm not sure what exactly happened. Let me try this again. So it's not Moon coming next. Just wanted to clarify that. I just want to see if I can potentially fix this issue that I'm having right now. Okay, so Hans... What's the issue then? Okay. Never mind, guys. Anyway, Snow will actually be the next player coming from the side of Duel Links Taiwan. And this is the first counter deck, so up against Melodious, that's an instant Harpy send. If it was by me, of course. It's not hard to call this kind of stuff out considering we are in that triangle meta. You know, Harpies beating Melodious, not all the time. Melodious beating Lunalights, not all the time. And Lunalights beating Harpies, almost all the time. Regardless, Snow coming in hot with that Harpies, with that Channeler. Also 30 cards. Very interesting to know these. I'm guessing that Vodka did expect the starter of Duel Links Latam to end up on that Melodious as their second deck, and due to this, maybe, just maybe, they prepare that high card, that Divine Rat, that Karma Cut, more centric Harpies build, you know, to deal with that and perhaps have a better matchup. Both of the decks do have 30 cards, so it's imperative that Snow manage to open something like a live Feather Rest with Channeler optimal discard. Well, not optimal discard, but you know. Anyway, MSD, which will be middle. Egoist, okay. Arguably you could say that's a good hit, not anymore. Double MST, oh my god. Oh? Wait. Hans may not have anything. He does not have a single monster. Okay. I was gonna say double MST, huh. That's surely gonna be gain for Hans somehow, some way. But dude, like, not a single monster. If there was any monster whatsoever, well, you know, that's a Chupino on the field, that's a Mozart on the field, you know, get rid of that Cyber Slash. And we see another Challenger. Interesting. Although this one may not successfully resolve. Hold up, he discards another Challenger. Did it start with like 2 or 3 Challengers? That's quite a few. Anyway, it will go through. So this is where I'm thinking Hans may have opened something like a TTH. Perfumer adding 2. Including a hunting ground. So if there's anything whatsoever, this upcoming Cyber Slash, if he does opt to go for the Cyber Slash, we'll be revealing one of the set cards. So let's see it. Cyber Slash coming through. Swoop in, Harpy Lady. Targets the leftmost and it's the TTH. Soul's Nest into Simorg of Darkness one time. I guess you would love to return one Cyber Slash to your extra deck. Make sure you always have one on the in the extra deck. Alright, no Soul's Nest for Simorg of Darkness. Hopes Ruin for another day. But yeah, that's, you could say that also was a very bad hit for Snow. Sniping the TTH actually is not very optimal here, because you would have used it anyway. Yeah, Duel Links Latam versus Duel Links Taiwan. Inside Duel Links Team Wars. But we all know who's the real victor in this situation. And hint, it's one of the DLTW teams, but the one that is not playing currently. Normal summon score. That's a monster, so cannot complain about that if you're Hans. And, you know, Chopina obviously can just add it back to hand, and, well, this would require... Oh, very well played here. Hans expecting a counter trap, such as a Divine Wrath. Thus, he will not be activating Chopina's effect and just let it go through. And, you know, just attack. Now, this is where it may get a little more cloudy. If Snow reveals that he does have a delay here. Oh, it didn't even matter. It was a Hysteric sign. And he's gonna add one Egotist, which will be from the graveyard. Does this mean he has a perfume? Nope. Alright, it is fodder, I'm assuming. This would tell me that Hans would be safe to add score, although I don't think Snow will let him resolve that. Keep in mind there's a few monsters here that can be game, and Chopina adding score, successfully resolving. Soprano is not one of the monsters that could offer you game here. But yeah, I'm expecting to see the Karmakan now. Discarding once again the fodder of Egotist to the grave. Now if you're Snow, you're praying to top into any monster. There's quite a few of them. There's one. And with that, we can now pop our opponent's back row first, I suppose. Try to get rid of all of the threats, and breakthrough skill will be emerging from that hit. Fair. Sending a card here though. And due to that score being activated, being sent back to the hand thanks to Chopino, he's unable to swing, and with that, Soprano can as well prepare for the fusion if need be. This is the third MSC of this game, destroying the bluff Egotist, and I don't think there's much you can say about. Well, with that, it will be 3-1 for Duel Links Latam. Hans going with the distance here. 3-1, very good. All right, repeat 1 out of 2 announced now for the boys over at Duel Links Taiwan. So we will be seeing once again, maybe, just maybe, paying off this time around, the high Harpy count card up against the Melodious. Let's check it out. Alright, take 2 now. I miss who's going first or second. Alright, Snow going first. This time around it's gonna be a little more manageable, I feel like. Hans cannot open to MST again, can he? It would be extremely heartbreaking to see that. Although we know at least he does run 3, so... I mean, you know, the the chance of getting 3 right out of the bat. Actually, I'm curious, guys. Yu-Gi-Oh! Party. Probability calculator. Deck size 30, hand size 5. MST. Let's say at least 2. 31%, huh? So in 1 out of 3 games, you end up getting MST'd. That's fair, I suppose. What about 3 though? Oh no, I put it wrong. I put it wrong, guys. I put it wrong. The amount is 3. And we need to open 2. Okay, 6.4%. That's a little more believable. 6.4%. That's rough. That's very rough. And this time around, we only have 1 set card. That means that we would have to open just 1 MST, which is a 43.3% chance. So, okay, back to 6.4. Okay. What's the chance to open all 3 MST? 0.25%. Now, I'm not a Yu-Gi-Oh god like Hans is, but the chance of opening 3, that's gotta be like impossible at this point. We see 1. That's to be expected. Oh, he's third party. That's a really good hit. That's a really good hit. Oh, when we see Solo for the first time, Solo, the first card, being used as the Cyber Dragon here. Perfect fodder for a Soprano effect fusion. We'll be swinging directly, so no fusion, no nothing. Falls Nest. You can opt for, yeah, something like a Harpies here, due to not just the attack, but also the fact that you can, you know, get a free search. And, well, Hans will still swing regardless into it, thanks to solo, you know, floating. Can float into a big girl as well. Can be Chopina, can be Mozarta. I think you would go for Mozarta here if you have a score. You could try to push for game here. But it's gonna be Soprano. This time, thanks to the float, can add back that solo. In defense as well, that's to be expected. Another Swallow's Nest. So in the end phase, Harpist will be searching up for that Chandler, I'm assuming. And now on the field, or you can even just put Chandler right now. But Perfumer, I believe it's a little more worth. Get a +1. Although this does mean that if you do add the Chandler, you should be ready to have some fodder. We do not know one card in Snow's hand, but he does have now 2 unknown cards. Hopefully one of them is a Harp card. Oh, he really doesn't have it, does he? That is quite unfortunate. That, or he... Nah, but this play wouldn't make sense then. This has to mean that he's just out of fodder. Gonna use Cyber Harpy Lady as a material for the Cyber Slash. Does have quite a lot of... Okay, he did have another Egotist in hand, so doesn't matter if Chandler didn't have a live effect. You do still have your lethal right here on the board, thanks to the rank 4 into Malevolent Sin. And with that, well, Duel Links Taiwan managed to grab themselves another win, make it just a little more closer. And yeah, very well. Alright, just to see some of the other games, if they've ended or if, you know, the scorelines basically. Kizuki Reborn up against the Legends is now at 6-6. It is being streamed by Ohimi, so make sure to also check that one out if you are interested in multi-Twitch. Phoenix up against Stellar Trace. I do not currently know the score of that. And Inti-Sun up against Chicks with Dex as well is also going on. So you have 4 matches going on. Let's check out the command multi. 1, 2, 3, 4. You can, if you really wanted to, you could watch all 4 games. Anyway. Yes, Vodka. In fact, I am 100-0 for the, you know, Timor's Champions League team. DLTW, the real DLTW here. Not doing Taiwan, but doing Timor's. I'm memeing, guys. It's you know, it's a fun little game for me. Although it matters hell of a lot for both teams, in fact, you know, Duel Links Latam having such a bad start within their main season, going 0-6 and facing, you know, the only other 0-6 team for their first win, but however, grabbing off an impressive 10-3 win up against Switcheroo. Certainly no easy feat, and next week we'll also see Duel Links Taiwan face off against Switcheroo, and that's gonna be a very good match. I have high hopes for Duel Links Taiwan. Switcheroo also is in that 5-4 scoreline, so they would have to win against Duel Links Taiwan in order to make a playoffs appearance. And with that, well, Duel Links Taiwan only needs one more win to secure themselves playoffs. And even if they were to lose these upcoming 2 games, as long as they make them close, that's still playoffs. You know, losing 10-8, even like 10-7 both games, 11 RD should still be playoffs worthy. So Duel Links Taiwan, despite having such a very competitive division, you could say, they ended up emerging on the top alongside FHX out of all teams. FHX, I believe, currently sitting 7-3, so they're just chilling right now. And chilling we are as well, while Alt SSG has come to the table. Match should be getting started pretty soon. Let's go. Alright, so from the side of Alt, we do see Yami-Yugi. This could indicate a couple of things. Could indicate Gaia for first, could indicate Lunalight for second, 21 cards. Let's see what's the deck they brought. It's always interesting to see what kind of counter we can see to Harpies. It's most of the time Lunalights, so I'm expecting that. But let's see what Snow is expecting, considering he is going first. He's gotta to have that good turn 1 setup and hopefully not, you know, lose to a potential wild card. Hans, we did enjoy your spooky mats and sleeves. I say we, but I didn't even notice them. You know, I always notice exactly the cow mat and sleeves. But Alt, good to see another OG player lying around. I love this mat. I love also the icon. I use the Pegasus Tune event icon as my in-game icon. Once again, Chandler with no fodder for Duel Links Taiwan. First it happened to, I believe, Vodka, and it was kind of imperative back then to have fodder. Oh no, it happened in the previous duel. My bad, guys. Where the searched channeler with the 2 egotists in hand. Well, it was still game, but would have loved to see another monster in the field. Nonetheless, it is only the Perfumer starter. Tinkering into the Cyber Slash. Do have sufficient fodder for the Feather Rest. He does have it. So he opened Chandler, Soul's Nest, and the Feather Rest. One of the cards is unknown, and there we have some back row. Alright. So a couple back rows that we have seen thus far from Snow are Bukamoon. Oh, alright, MST. That's something Lunalights don't often run, if at all. And once again, hitting the Hysteric Party. Tenki. Oh, is this Yosenju? It is. It is Yosenju, boys. It is a valid counter pick. Alright. It is the regular variant, so, you know, just the little boys swarming out. And comma 1. This only returns face-up cards. Alright. Book of Moon will quickly get rid of the 2 comma 1s. So, this means that Alt will have to rely on something else. Comma 3, returning back to hand. Comma 1, still staying on the field, so... if there is something like a Sword Sting, it's gonna be dead for a little while. As long as that comma 1 is face down. Channeler would affect this time around. Discards that Perfumer. Goes for the Perfumer, straight from the deck. Adds not just Harpy's Hunting Ground, but the Egotist as well. That is the second Egotist. We know he's running 2. Why would you not run 2 in the 30 card variant? That is 1 pop. If this is Sword Sting, yep, it's dead. Egotist as well. Can return that comma 1 to hand, and, well, realistically, Alt needs to have something along the lines of a Kiteroid or Veil. I suppose both of those hand traps works, but we know that there is no hand trap because there is comma 3 and 2 comma 1s in hand. So this is perfect game from Snow to put it back to an equal scoreline. Alt here could be choosing to do a repeat if need be. If they're more confident with Yosenju being a counter pick, you know, they could opt to do that. You know, every new viewer to the stream is gonna see that that DLTW 100 scoreline with me going 100 and 0. Okay, let me remove that. It's a little too flex. A little too flex. We don't like that. But yeah. Well, it's just meant to be in good fun. No offending of anyone. Obviously, Duel Links Taiwan, Duel Links Latam, very established and very good teams. And I wish them the best in not just this match, but also in the next week. And as well for Duel Links Taiwan, if they do manage to go for the playoffs. They are slated to do so, considering their very high RD. If they are to even lose the next 2 games closely, don't want to jinx them, but they would be set up for those playoffs. And you know, there is just Duel Links Latam and Switcheroo left to face in this main season. Either way, for Alt we see 21 cards Shark. Could indicate the presence of water, the tides of water being around us, and Snow thankfully managing to get the optimal starting setup. Adds up the Feather Rest, has the Oracle as well, can add back the Harpy's Hunting Ground or the Feather Rest. We know he's main decking 1 of Hunting Ground, so he could be opting just to add the Feather Rest here. Since in the regular 20 to 22 card variant you would add that Hunting Ground, have the follow up for next turn to pop back row if you are going first. Alright, so I have some more news. It is 5 to 8 in favor of Stellar Trace against Phoenix. Keep in mind, Phoenix doesn't entirely need this win. Obviously, it's very nice if they can get it. They are in that 5 to 3 score line. in that wildcard graphic. They are put on the 7th mark. Duel Links Taiwan obviously being the first. The best performing 6-2 team currently. Even better than Uchiha's. And they've so far had a very good season. Duel Links Latam. Back to alt. Starting with the MST. Cyber Slash, very interestingly, returning something here, telling me that the other card that we have right now could be a bluff. Heavy Infantry, oh, summoning the Diva. This could be lethal with Bryanak. Right? Maybe not. Well, I guess it's kind of lethal anyway, because you just, you know, use the infantry. But, you know, this is only if. It's actually quite interesting now on with this kind of hand. Ooh. Alright. Opts to go for popping the set, which is a bluffed hysteric sign. Snow. Almost. Almost managing to make good out of a certain situation. Bahamut is gonna seal the deal, I suppose. Infantry to be used as the material here can pop the Cyber Slash here, and well, that is game courtesy of Snow actually returning his own Oracle. If he didn't, well, you would still be in a very bad position, but it would at least probably not be game. But that's alright. You now still have the opportunity to get a counter deck out of the way and see how you deal with this. Fairly interesting, this matchup. I do think water is, you know, the better deck to use, thanks to that Abyss Dweller locking out whatever material you have. And well, you desperately need that hysteric sign to do something. Very easily can discard, you know, with Karma Cut, with Divine Wrath, but it just wasn't the case this time around. A little unlucky for Duel Links Taiwan. The Duel Links Latam now has the lead. Hope you guys have been enjoying your day. This should be the last of the concurrent games that have been this whole morning. With the only game left being at 3 PM, so just a little later, in 2 hours in fact. So as soon as our game is done here, the other should be on its cusp of starting. On the cusp of starting, rather. Alright, and we do see Core GG coming to the table for Duel Links Taiwan. And mysteriously disappearing. Quite suspicious. Or as the cool kids would say, quite sus. Cringe. Oh, come on, Core, come back to the table, come on. Didn't mean to make you run away. Alt SSG saying one more duel. Oh, he changed his icon. Oh. Alright, I see. Alright, Yuzu coming through. Obviously water is like that one counter deck you expect to get one win and then dip. And, you know, Melodious, I think it's here to seal the deal on that. Going first is Core. Chopina, adding Battle Sonata used for the skill. And that puts us with 2 monsters for core and 1 set. Heavy Infantry once again going for the Deep Sea Diva. Well, matchup being unfavorable probably doesn't matter in instances where you could just open Infantry into Diva. Marksman to be added once again. This is where you should be probably going for heavy infantry as material. Get rid of that that pesky Chopina. Although you do have to be careful, depending on the delays right now, you know, with Necrofusion being a thing. Will immediately activate heavy infantry, popping the Chopina. And while here, it could make clear way for game. It's only a matter if Core managed to open the Necrofusion to save himself or a score. So there are 2 cards here that can be used. Enters the battle. Links with Marksman first. Is there a score? There is a score. 700. Good night, Marksman. Are you going to swing a second time? He will. Are we going to see a second score? Oh my god. And the MST. Oh, that's... yeah, you just have the game speak for itself at times. Or grabbing the win. Yeah. I'm sorry, Alt. That was... I'm sorry. Yeah, it is quite a funny vodka. You often, you know, you often don't see, you know, that kind of a position, but I suppose it was quite fine for GG there. It's just, you know, a little sad. Little sad there. But this does put Duel Links Latam with the counter pick advantage. You know your opponent is running Melodious. Low card count. Not many techs were being seen. Yeah, it's like an eye for an eye. Infantry into Diva. First time around, it went well, but this time, sadly, scores. You know, it's like sack for a sack, right? You open the percentage hand. They open the percentage hand, and with that, we do have 3 more members from Duel Links Latam. Superviz, Ushiz, and Grim Reaper. I would be excited to see Grim Reaper, you know, doing his thing, reaping what he sows. But yeah, just gonna have to wait and see, guys. Gonna be away for just one moment. I need to drink some water. I think this is like the first time I drank water in like 6 hours. So always stay hydrated, boys. Even when you duel. And even when you play water and think you are hydrated, you are not. Alright, so Ushi has entered in the meantime. We do have him coming with us. And he does start with the Chandler combo. Very good to always set up for that very good turn 1, giving you 4 cards to work with after the draw. Let's check it out. Ooh, even Egotist. So activating Egotist first, making sure you do not draw into that Cyber Harpy Lady. Which also could be an indication of perhaps a Swallow's Nest in hand. I would be betting to believe either this, or if he, you know, doesn't have it yet, could top deck also into a Swallow's Nest. So this is the card that he had in the hand. And that will actually be the only set. So, MST regardless, doesn't matter if that is a Swallow's Nest or not. And it was, I had the right call there. It is what it is. You know how they say. God calls. Yeah, I mean, you would do that for 2 reasons. Obviously you wouldn't like to draw into that Cyber Harpy, so you minimize the amount of bad top decks you can get off of the Feather Rest. That is common knowledge for pro players like you guys. But second, I suppose for that Soul's Nest, making it live and score, damage calc, good night, Cyber Slash. And now Ushiz is in quite the scary position. Hunting Ground to be added in the end phase at least offers a silver lining. Because if Core doesn't have pretty good chainable back row, this can be pretty bad. Channeler as well. Will it resolve successfully this pop of the Hunting Ground onto the middle? We gotta see. Show it to us. What do you have? It is the TTH coming from Core. It is not a card he popped, and Soul's Nest in response for the Chandler. And it will resolve, so this back row will be getting popped. I'm assuming it's another trap. Yeah, Necro Fusion it was. A dead Necro Fusion. So he had to activate a TTH here. In other words, he lost the 50-50. And Chandler material. It's only a matter of Ushi's opting to go for the Harpist. Alright. That's alright. The only issue is that we do not know this card in hand. Is it a score? Please don't tell me it's a score. Oh my god, there's a delay. It's a freaking score. It has to be. Oh my god. No way. Double score. Winning 2 games. That must... Alright. That's an instant repeat for the side of Duel Links Latam. Who can blame them, right? That's so sad, but considering it is the repeat, hopefully the counter pick can come through. You do send this Harpies into Melodious, hoping that you do get some worth out of it. So, let's check it out. Core going first this time around. Here's the first movement solo that we see from him. Very good starting card. Come on, don't leave us hanging. I'm hoping like my connection is fine. It's alright though. Just thinking about all of the options, it's, you know, very... Whenever you have a good hand, that is when you have that timer go down, right? You want to think about all of the options you have available, all of the setups that you can have. And well, there's a pretty good turn 1 setup here, with 3 monsters and a fusion available. Soon to be 2, and Shuberta, you know, the bane of Harpies. Thankfully though, depending on which way you look at it, that hunting ground will have to pop itself. Nothing on the side of core to be popped. And I suppose Ushias does also have a pretty good hand, and or you know, thinking how to get rid of this Shuberta. Thankfully, it is just Shuberta. Chandler right up the top. With a Perfumer for the discard. The Perfumer to be summoned, hopefully. Oh, it's Oracle. Alright, it is Oracle. And you know what else is an Oracle? Ohimi, for coming up with this raid. Thank you so much. And I know that made no sense, you know, Ohimi, you being an Oracle, but thank you as well. Wait. You had the Kizuki game. Oh my god, the Legends got their first win against Kizuki Reborn, stopping their streak of 5 consecutive wins. Wow. 10-7 no less. It wasn't like 10-9 close. But fun fact, they did mention at the beginning of the match, at the beginning of the week, sorry, that the Legends is looking for that first win, and Sadly for Kizuki Reborn, the ones that are in that 5 and 3 position, there have been non-meta decks. Okay. I gotta see the report after. You guys hyping me up just like we're hyping up this treasure's trap hole. Oh my god. In the draw phase, no less. Although it is the only that spell trap from the side of Ushi is. Ushi is more like Ushi easy. I'm sure this is a meme. Each time Ushi comes to the table, it's a couple of wins. I'm sure the chat or even his teammates call him Ushi easy. But Core, showing he has the score in hand, wants to get rid of that Cyber Slash, and considering the fact that there is a set card and he wasn't afraid to use the score, I'm pretty confident in calling that this card could be a Necrofusion. Will it be a Necrofusion? Let's find out. It's an MST, oh no. Oh no. Yeah, well, I suppose, you know, the burden not being enough there, and obviously the TTH making the difference there. That is ultimately what made the difference. The TTH in the drop phase, getting rid of the two big monsters of Shiberta and Chopina, just allowing this to happen, and well, now can safely attack into that Soprano without the fear of another second score, you know, because there is no card in hand. And at this point, Core, I'm not sure how many top decks you have available. You would hope for that Necrofusion. There is a set Spell Trap. Battle. Straight into battle. Let's see. 26 to the face. Thankfully, no lethal just yet. And back to Core. So one more top deck. Let's check it out. Oh, okay, it was an MST, the one face down. Hysteric Party to come through. That, you know, MST chaining would just destroy every single Harpy. Unable to make the Perfumer or the Oracle if he did have them resolve. Harpist. Well, he's gonna set the spell or trap, so if this is a Necrofusion, he will be living for this turn. And it is finally Necrofusion. The top deck, after like 2-3 turns, finally is coming through. And there will be probably the Shuberta. Issue with that being that... Wait. Oh yeah. Obviously you wouldn't attack. But yeah, the issue is that... Right, Shuberta being lower attack here. Now he's gonna have to do something. Ushi needs to have that chainable spell trap. TTH has already been used, but we do not see any Book of Moon or any Soul's Nest in the grave. Not even in the banished pile. So it was time, you could say, to see one of those. Considering there are 11 cards remaining at the time of that Book of Moon. Quite high chance to, you know, top deck into something. 6 out of 11 cards. with that additional monster, it's game even through, you know, stuff like score. And yeah, Ushi repeat is paying off, but Core may have something in the back left for him. We'll see. Alright, back on the table, very instant. And let's go spectate. Second deck of Core. Core going second. Sorry for this lag if it affects you. I just need to check something real quick, an emergency. In the meantime, Ushi doesn't open the channeler, but does have the Soul's Nest. I'm assuming he has. And goes for the Perfumer. Okay, so he doesn't have the powder necessary for Chandler, so he opened just the Harpy Oracle as his only card. Unless he's got something like a Feather Rest, which is also fine. But it's not gonna be that. Back to blue, which is Core. Lunalight Emerald Burst, so it is one of the counters to that elusive Harpy. Chalice though, we will be seeing Chalice and we'll be negating the bird. Does mean that there is no way to freely access the Lunalight Fusion. So Core had to have opened with it in hand, which is a 60% chance. I'm assuming, right, because he started with the bird and immediately went to normal summon it. I do think he probably has that Modern in the hand. Not the most unusual to see players opening both, even without Tanky. Alright, we are thinking here. I would say it's that choice that you do have it available at your disposal to save the Emerald Bird, but lose the Yellow Modern in the process. Where either that or he does have a fusion available, but maybe a follow-up would be a little more concerning. It depends, we'll see. That's a card. Interesting. You know, Luna isn't a deck that often sets cards. Like, we all know they play the Tankies and the Lunalight Fusions, but okay, there's the Tanky. just testing for delays. As purple butterfly, interesting. And oh man, intends to boost the attack. Okay. Let's see if this will pay. Will pay dividends. I'm gonna hold on my thought for now. Ooh, purple butterfly as well. Special summoning something from the hand. What can it be? Now I'm wondering if he intends to go for a rank 4 or just, you know, beat down Lunas. Best Lunas. Right, we enter the battle phase. The attack, is it gonna be a successful attack? Core seemed pretty confident in this play. Maybe he sees something that we are not seeing. Ooh, Cyber Slash is gone! The Emerald Bird. Beat downing. Oh, there's the hysteric party. And with that, that just changes the outcome of the game. You have the Cyber Harpy Lady, you have the Perfumer, you have the Oracle, all three coming down to the field. And you have Trif. Okay. Obviously, you should do it now, because in the next turn, I'm having a hard time thinking if Ushi would consider the Trif. You know, I mean, he could be going for a rank 4 with those two level 4s. He could go for the Egotist or a normal summon. But past that, there's just no way you get that third summon. Getting out the Trif early, even though, you know, it's gonna get run over by the Cyber Slash, it offers you another chance to live. Alright, back to Ushi now. So we know he has Featherist, we know he has Egotist. If he opts for a rank 4, he is unable to go for the Featherist play without going into Korbaj, and Korbaj does nothing here. So going for a Synchro, once again, is the best that you can hope for right now if you want to make that Featherist play and, you know, get rid of your opponent's stuff. Turns that Fox. Draws 2 cards. Obviously has the Egotist as well. Yeah, he didn't join to Cyber Harpy. That's a relief if you are Ushi. 1. Are you gonna see a second? No. Either way, he is going for it, or attempts to go for it at least. 1300. And, oh, okay, intends to swing and give him the draw. And Saw's Nest, okay. Are we gonna see a hand trap? There is only one card that we do not know that could be a hand trap. Are we going to see? No. Core sadly loses this, even though Lunalight Harpies usually regarded in Lunalight's favor, but there's just no way to come back from that. Was a little rough for Core's opening hand. And with that, Ushi does emerge out on the top. I suppose you could call it Ushi easy. I'm joking, guys. It's all in good fun for today. I'm just trying to have fun. No disrespect. But yeah, Duel Links Taiwan. Only 2 remaining players left and are at that disadvantage where if you do defeat Ushi's deck, well, your deck is now known and Latam can send something into it to hopefully counter. Both of the teams have 2 repeats available though. Or rather, both of the teams have 1 repeat available, but both teams have 2 total. 1 plus 1 is 2. Quick math, NA math. Alright. And Moon is one of them. One of the players. Moon, if I may remind you, player of the week of week 6, going 8-1 against Duel Links Taiwan, as Duel Links Taiwan up against FHX. And FHX is one of the only teams who have like only 2 losses attached to their name. And it was in a reverse sweep fashion. However, this time around we will not be seeing him, we will be seeing Mugi. So, Duel Links Taiwan, keeping the best for last. And hopefully keeping the dream alive. So Mugi coming in hot with the Luna Light. Tanky as well, in addition to the initial combo. Quite good there. And we'll be ending on that FDK-like Saber Dancer. Usually the winning play. RPs, yeah, they have an out to it, but they do not have 2 outs with the 2 Saber Dancers that you usually run in the extra deck. Alright, Chandler is a very good start though, going for that Egotist imminently. It's just, you know, a matter of trying to see if your back row can sustain that ability to make Mugi not follow up with a second Saber Dancer. And even then, like, even Cat Dancer with a Fox in the grave, thanks to the boost effect of Saber Dancer. Huh. Alright then, we'll be opting for a Cyber Slash. I'm wondering. He's running TTH. We have seen that. Is he also running just one Cyber Harpy Lady with that one Egotist? That's something to think about. White Rabbit, very good follow-up. We know he searched it in the previous turn with the Tanky. So even if the Saber Dancer would have gotten ridden off, there's still that follow-up to worry about. The White Rabbit bouncing to... Is there anything you can do? Is it Ushi easy or not so Ushi easy? Seemingly will be Ushi not so easy. This is a much better showing for the Luna matchup of Harpy versus Lunas. Going for the rank 4 should be probably that Malevolent Sin. Get rid of one monster. What do you know? Tiger King works just as fine. Alright, rank 4. It will be... Oh, man. It's been a while since I've seen this one. Number 18. Just gonna go for it. And... if Saber Dancer wasn't enough, number 18 certainly it seals the deal. I'm just gonna expect the scoop now. I'm unsure. Like, yeah, there's Book of Moon that can deal with it. But then you also have to take into account the fact that you still have the Saber Dancer to deal with. You have a White Rabbit in there to deal with. Emerald Bird will just go to the grave. You can revive that. You can... Wait. Oh no, there is one White Rabbit in a hand. My bad. And well, what can you do here? Really, it's just an FTK pretty much. Well, FTK on turn 3. The rest for just one. I don't see it, pal. If you're trying to fish out for an out, it's not that good. Interesting to note, guys, that Ushi has set 2 in that previous turn, and he now only sets 1. Just a little food for thought, you know, just that potential of bluffing is huge. And well, White Rabbit, good night bye, and it's just gonna be it. So we're gonna be put back to an even scoreline of 6-6. Mugi grabbing a win, equalizing this matchup. And with that, Duel Links Latam should be sending their next player. One and only Relup, what's up, what's up? Oh, I do see your game finish between Inti-san and Chicks with Dex. Gonna look out for that match result. Inti-san has defeated Chicks with Dex. That puts Inti-san to that elusive 6th win, which does make the difference for the playoffs contention spots. Chicks was winning the whole time. Oh, Melodious Sweep. Alright, I'm curious to see the report now. Just like with the report of, you know, the other match. Anyway, Grim Reaper, the one and only, coming to the table with the Melodious, I'm assuming. $30 cards. He's fortunately going second, so he's gonna have just a little more percentage to open perhaps what he needs or what he's missing. Mugi, however, going first. We all know how rough the first turn of Luna's could be. We have seen thus far, I believe, every single, or almost every single Luna line opening the combo. This time around, sadly, it's not gonna be it. Urios. Hearing 5 bits, thank you so much. Mugi is in the best moment of his career. It's unstoppable. It's doing and happening. It's flying high like a bird. There's no way he can lose this duel. Supporting his favorite team, his favorite member, Mugi the God. Up against death itself, Grim Reaper, you know? He's the Reaper coming straight from the hell, taking you to hell if you are to lose. So Duel Links Taiwan, gotta be avoiding hell right now and try to win against this ugly matchup between Lunalights and Melodious. And so far, it's not looking too scary from Green Reaper, although we do know that the longer they think, the more options they could be having. Will it be the case here? Solo with Soprano can go for a fusion if need be. Since the solo, obviously getting back the solo is a very nice one. Can set you up for that additional monster for Soprano for the next turn if you do have another Soprano. For now, we will be seeing the Soprano going for the fusion summon into the Bloom Diva. Look at all those flowers. It is Bloom Diva, Melodious Square, smiling at you. And with that, we will be ending on just that, as well as 2 set cards. Something interesting that I want to point out, right? Grim Reaper, first, he set a card. He did the whole play, and then to end his turn, he set another card. You know how when you have the toggle, right, on auto, and it keeps asking you if you want to activate a quick play spell? Well, that's what I'm thinking right now. We could be having a quick play spell being set as the first card, and perhaps a trap being set as the second. Either that, or he is mind gaming me and he set the trap first and the quick play after, or he just has 2 traps or 2 quick plays. A lot of outcomes, and let's see if that can be handled. We have the DTH set first. We'll be eliminating the cat dancer as well as the white rabbit. That is very rough. Opening the TTH in the 30 cards, often don't see that, but when you do, if you're doing Taiwan, you want to cry. If you're doing Latam, you want to rejoice. Is there anything else that Mugi can do? There is the Martin that can be returned, at the very least, getting you to another monster. But this is where you have to hope hand traps are coming through. Purple Butterfly, gonna be sent to the grave. Okay, I'm seeing what Mugi is doing. He will be special summoning the Crimson Fox now, and will be going for that rank 4. most likely that Tiger King. So the pain isn't over yet for Grim Reaper if this attack goes through, and it will not. It will be a breakthrough skill negating not just the tanky search but also the negation of Bloom Diva. So no matter how many playthroughs Mugi can do, Grim Reaper fortunately opened the right combination of back row. And with that, I hate this pun, but it's looking kind of grim for Mugi. One more set. There is still some hope left for Mugi. There is, for example, a hand trap that could be used, especially Sphere Kuribo and only Sphere Kuribo. A hand trap always ran in these decks, and if that is a solo, it's interesting that he chose to set it because, well, there's the Sphere Kuribo. So now Mugi has one more chance to swing into that Bloom Diva and hopefully defeat it. Tiger King attempts to resolve, and it resolves, and it's dead. Okay. So one Bloom Diva is down. There is only one more to take care of. There is sufficient material for a potential Necrofusion. Although if there was, I'm sure... Okay, so this is where the solo play could have come through. Grim Reaper could have crashed solo last turn into the Tiger King if the Bloom Diva didn't work. And especially some of that Mozara from the deck, if he still has it. Alright, he still has it, so there's the play there. Mozara swinging into Tiger King. Tiger King, one of the only outs. The Bloom Diva is gone. An out for an out, because there's still Malevolence in for the Bloom Diva, and there, well, we most likely know there's only one more Bloom Diva left. It's not like it's hard to guess the extra deck of Melodious anyway. You do need that third Shubura for as long as Harpies are here. In the meantime, I just noticed Phoenix has defeated Stellar Trace, so they are also on that 6-3 scoreline. So they are just a little closer to that playoffs contention. Obviously, 6 wins is very good to have. If you're doing Taiwan, like, you're chilling right now, honestly. Even though this is, you know, the weakest seed within the group of Duel Links Latam, they did manage to hella upset Switcheroo last week. And Switcheroo, well, that's your next opponent if you're doing Taiwan. Cat Dancer in defense. Alright, so we are planning to stall. There is Fox. It's gonna be a little hard to deal with that. Considering no Necrofusion was activated in the end phase, I'm willing to believe there is no Necrofusion being set. And, well, oh, there's the breakthrough, but Crimson Fox, we know there's one in the grave. So that's gonna get rid of it. Thank you for the life points. Now back to Mugi. Plan may be working. Switching to attack. Attacking into the face down. It's gonna be a solo. There is a big delay here, but nothing much to worry about. I do think there is one score potentially in the hand of Grim Reaper, but you know, letting the soul be destroyed, that is very good. You get it back anyway with the soprano, so very fortunate. Soprano will be fusing, and this is where I'm expecting the second Bloom Diva. And there you go. Bloom Diva once again back on the field. Solo most likely being set once again. And this attack will be going through. Thanky. That's a good start. However, he does not have any level 4 in the grave. One Martin has already been used, but no Emerald Bird just yet. Have we seen it before and maybe I've just missed it? No. Emerald Bird is still out there, but the target will be Cat Dancer. We must be very fortunate that Cat Dancer, or rather the White Rabbit special summons in defense, could not have imagined if this card summoned in attack. Good thing it's one of the newer cards, you know. Lunalai being an Arc 5 support archetype. Super Team Body Force, by the way. You don't often see it, but when you do, it's in those 30 cards decks. And well, grabbing the Chopina is gonna be hell of a wonder there. Bloom Diva going for the Fox, for the Cat Dancer there. And this looks like lethal on the board. Score being used. And no hand trap. That's game for Grim Reaper. Reaping Mugi's soul. Are we going to see a repeat? We immediately went into this game. No sign of a repeat to be announced. And it will be Harpies. Alright, so Mugi, the designated melodious counter. With the melodious designated counter, I meant to say. Skipping words when you're hungry. Perfumer to be the opener for Mugi. Egoist searched to at least guarantee that to turn 1 Cyber Slash. Two sets, very good. Wait, what's happening? Why is green? Okay, now it's updated. Okay. I see how it is. Wait, even Mugi's season. Okay, dude. Anyway. Grim Reaper, no monster, no nothing. 3 sets. There is no Harpy's Hunting Ground just yet to be added. Optimal discard for the channeler. The second channeler. This is currently lethal, although, you know, obviously... Oh, once again, the TDH! No way! 30 cards! I need to remind you guys, 30 cards. Damn. Historic party though. What a play there, returning your own channeler. Now, you still have game. Although through other means. Swing 1, swing 2, game, Mugi, doing and happening. Flying high like a bird. Unstoppable play there with that miraculous Hysteric Party. Oh, that's gonna put, once again, back to an even scoreline. Very close match. And speaking of it, I must continue updating it. I mean the match report. You cannot get too immersed into the action, you know. Gotta keep track of a lot of things. I have the stream, I have the timer, I have the match report, I have the stream, like the actual overlay. Sorry, dashboard, I mean. But either way, we will be seeing the mirror. Alright, Chandler, that's a good sight to see. Chandler effect. We're very fortunate that it actually exists. All day I've been seeing Chandler with no effect. At the rest. So just the usual turn 1 setup, very good for Grim Reaper. Now it's more about Mugi having to play through this. You have your Harpy Sonigram popped. You cannot really force out any of the back rows unless you have that Chandler. And with that being said, you have to open those Soul's Nests here. Reaper, ending it on 2 set spells or traps. No Trimits, I'm sure of it. Imagine playing Trimit in this meta. What are you? Are you stupid? Anyway, Chandler with the optimal discard. Maybe baiting out some back row. Okay, play Trimits a lot this year. Oh, I didn't know that. Huh, that's good to know. Alright, Chalice though. Any Soul Nests. There's the one. Anything else, or what's up with this delay? It's quite long. Quite a very long delay. But in the end, it will be resolving. Gotta challenge himself to dodge shadow. Okay, dude, that's a lot to ask for, you know. But yeah, energy here could be very big, depending if Mugi is running the Cyber Harpy lady. He could be opting to go for game here. See, he does add the Egotist. Activates it immediately, so let's see, which one will it be, Lady 1 or the Cyber Harpy lady? Well, finally bouncing. Still, number 18 probably should be coming pretty soon. Either that, or he probably has another spell. Do we know if he's got... We don't know exactly if he's got something like a Feather Rest. Like, he has a couple options here. Could go for the number 18. Although would be very weak without some amount of back row. And it's also very susceptible to just one set spell trap, and then Grim Reaper returns next turn. But he's going for the battle phase. Book of Moon. Alright, now it looks a little better for Mugi. As the Challenger in the end phase, thanks to the Harpist and with the Oracle, I guess you want to add that HHG. Back to the Grim Reaper. Harpist of his own. Interesting how many of the builds recently have been shifting towards these ones running Harpist. There is the Harpist Forbidden effect, where you can bounce the number 18 if you have another Harpy on the board, but sadly not meant to be just yet. Egotist. You have to have 2 monsters at least to make plays, and number 18 is on the board. And phase. Mugi, he does have the hunting ground. And well, if Mugi has any Harpy, which we know he's got, that Perfumer will be gone bye-bye. Chain Link 2. Book of Moon. Sadly, even the Soul's Nest from the side of Mugi. Could have, doesn't really matter how you do it, I suppose. Yeah, I mean, I suppose you want to get rid of every set spell or trap first before you activate the effect of Heraldry Patriarch. And with that Chandler effect, that's just game. Cyber Slash coming through. Can bounce, and we can go for game. Or can also destroy. Just always make sure to select the right harpy. And there we go. Finally, Mugi does take the win, the very much needed win, in this Harpy mirror where pretty much anything can go. And going on to form that little streak. Duel Links Latam now down to Super Viz, the owner of the team. It should be coming in through soon. Just big chillin'. Waiting for Super Viz to join in pretty soon. And finally, we do have Super Viz coming to the table. Is with us, and he's ready to roll. Let's go. Ooh, alright. ESOD, Lil Yugi. $20 cards. And he is going first, so we're gonna see if this is something like magnets or just a good old guy. Alright, it is Gaia. There we go, activates the skill. He did add Soldier Gaia, he could have returned it. You gotta, I asked Taha. Maybe he was just a little busy, I reminded him. Anyway, Curse of Dragonfire Forbidden Effect, destroying the Harpy's hunting ground. Gaia, the Magical Knight of Dragons in defense. And that's just gonna be it, so if there is some form of ability to play through for Mugi, well, that can mean the death of Gaia and Super Viz. Let's see. Two. That's it's not a good sight to see. You would love that challenger here. Try to play through, you know, considering there is little to no interruption just yet, just the Gaia effect. Soldier Gaia. Still in the hand. Targets one of the sets. It is a dead Swall's Nest. Very good there. For Mugi, at least you have won that 50-50 if it is a 50-50 indeed. What do you do here though, Super Biz? Dragon's Mirror for one. There is a soldier. What's he gonna use? I'm actually curious. He has to use the Dragon Champion or not. He will be keeping this on the board, which is fine. He could attempt to go into the battle phase right now. Let's see. Book of Moon to be activated. Does or should be prompting to have that that Soldier Gaia most likely, if he intends to keep it. Oh, normal summoning Dark Flare. I guess that's kind of just game, right? Because you can tribute face downs with the Soldier Gaia, and just like that. Once again, we are in the equal score line. That for Mugi, just one interruption, and sadly he didn't have any plays to do. So it's also going to be on the last player, Moon, the MVP of one of the previous weeks, I believe week 6. Should be coming out pretty soon. The leader of Duel Links Latam, the owner, versus, I suppose, one of the most decorated players so far from Duel Links Taiwan. As far as, you know, Duel Links Team Wars related activities is concerned, because we did have Snow earlier as well in this season, getting I believe the first player of the week 1. 6-2 up against yugioh. Back then when we had TG Dino and Gaia. Wow, it's like forever ago. Anyway, the last match should be starting in around 40 minutes. Moon on the table, wrapping up that level 15 Yuzu icon. People like me don't even have Yuzu unlocked. Feels lack of incentive to play, man. By the way, Moon going first. Oh, is this the third 30 cards Harpy that we see from Duel Links Taiwan. It will be interesting. Let me check something. Okay, sorry about that, guys. Once again, the first, obviously the best starting hand that you could get in this deck. Chandler, the fodder, get up that Featherist, and while there is no Oracle, that is a little more expected, you know, 30 cards, little chance to open that Oracle or join to it. What is important though, it is the 2 set spells or traps. That is where, I believe in this duel at least, it will make a big difference. So back to Superviz. Wait, why isn't Mugi up? Oh, because I didn't update him. Duh. Anyway, 1 set spell trap. Did Superviz break? There's a lot of monsters that you can have in this deck, obviously, and you just have to return 1 and search with the other. Dragon Knight's Path shall be activated. Reveals the Curse of Dragonfire, so he does have the combo, which is very important currently. Considering there is not a whole lot of interruption for it. Is there going to be interruption on the side of the monsters though? I have seen no eccentric. And this effect will be going through. Perhaps Moon intends to stop Superviz in his tracks as soon as the Dragonfire comes out. But it will attempt to resolve, and it will be Karma Cut and discarding the Hysteric Sign. Is there any response though from Superviz? Do keep in mind, this can be countered with a Book of Moon. Now, Cyber Slash, return, I guess you just return the Gaia. Now the effect fizzles. 1 set, no Hysteric Sign. It's gonna search a whole lot of stuff. I did mention that it can counter the Karma Cut, but not the Cyber Slash. back to Moon. He did add Hunting Ground off of the Hysteric Sign, so that is going to be his first play. His second, obviously, the Chandler. He has plenty of fodder. He has the Oracle if this Chandler is to fall. Dragon's Mirror. Sadly, not gonna do much here, and Chandler will be resolving. I pop once more the back row. Anything noteworthy? No, not a single bit. Ignis for good measure, and that's the second Dragon's Mirror. That's the hand he opened. One unknown monster. Two Dragon's Mirror, the book, and one of the combo pieces. Unfortunately, not enough. That discard Hysteric Sign was huge. And with that, well, Moon is gonna put Duel Links Taiwan in the position to get to the match point first. And with that, Superphase has to switch to his second deck. And if it's something that is kind of bad against Harpies, well, that's probably gonna be it. So let's see if this match could reach that 9-9 score line, that sudden death last deck versus the last deck match. Is taking his time to switch. So far in this match, some takeaways could be, for example, you know, Moon bringing, or no, not Moon, sorry, Duel Links Taiwan bringing in quite a few high card Harpies. 3 of them, in fact. We saw 2 very early on in the war from Vodka, and I think it was Snow, which he also ended up repeating and, you know, getting quite a respectable 2-2. Also, later on during the war, Moon now. And it's up against the lower card variant, the Mirror. Superviz attempting to start this little comeback with the low card Harpies. And so far, he's got a pretty good start. And opts to go for that number 18. That is, sorry guys. It is not the last War of the Week. We do have Sun Clan versus Divine starting in 30 minutes. So what happened so far? Normal Summon Chandler effect, discard Harpist, add Egotist, special summon the Cyber Harpy Lady, and now we do have number 18 coming now. Harpist offering the follow-up here, one set. It's a pretty good play here. Moon, you know, 30 cards. It's a little less likely that he gets to open an instant answer to that Heraldry Patriarch. Five cards still to left to work with. And it's all to Moon to decide. Book of Moon. Well, it's in his namesake, isn't it? Book of himself. Going for the HeyZZy Patriarch. Also having the Egotist. Could force out some back row. Before committing to that Perfumer, to that Channeler. Or, you know, if he doesn't already have a normal summonable, like something like Oracle, you can just wait with the Oracle, get that Cyber Slash on the field, special that Oracle. Lady 1. I didn't expect it to be that bad though. Opening the, I'm assuming the one off Super Harpy Lady. Cyber Slash coming in. So never. Wow, that's mean. There's Cyber Slash, but is there any spell or trap that could be used to bounce off that number 18? If need be. You know, you can always leave it up, attempt to destroy by battle. So that you definitely get rid of it without Supervis having the chance to summon it back. You guys flexing your amount of gems? On this account I got infinite gems. I literally, it says, there's the infinite symbol, then there's gems. Obviously because I'm on the Duel Links Team Wars account, and the owner has infinite gems. Yeah, like Thanos. Anyway, Historic Sign, that's a very good sight to see, not only because it's a spell, and finally the gifted sub came through. Vinny redeeming the free Twitch sub with the channel points. No, pretty good. And opts to keep the Egotist either in hand or settles bluff on the field. Supervis, we know he used that Harpist earlier and did add Channeler. We know that's one of the cards in hand. And oh no, Hysteric Party. Hysteric Party is coming through. This card is that Channeler and has quite a few monsters to revive. There's Harpist, there's Perfumer, there's Channeler. Like, plenty of cards. All in defense. And with that, well, now, if Supervis wanted, he could go into number 18 once again. Not sure. Alright, he will be going for that. Number 18, HeyZZy Patriarch saying hello once again to Moon. And this time around, not a single Book of Moon will help. And depending on how the delays behave here, Supervis may or may not choose to activate the effect. This is where... Okay... Floodgate... Damn. Imagine if Supervis activated Hysteric Party on this turn. This Floodgate on... Oh my god, that would have been huge. But nonetheless, it's activated on this turn. So we'll be getting rid, or hopefully rid once again by the HeyZZy Patriarch. Channeler does have the effect live. I guess this could be game with just the Egotist to be added. We do know that it's already being used, so this is only a matter of him having the second Egotist. Does have a Feather Rest. At this point, I guess you do hope to draw into some back row. Even an Oracle could be pretty good here. Or, oh yeah, you do have the normal summon available, so literally almost any Harpy was game here. So it will be going the distance. 9 to 9. It's that close, guys. It is that close. You know, respect to both teams, giving their everything in this match. Very important match, may I add. Alright, Moon is back with us. Observe this war changes the name. Well, good thing Duel Links Team Wars isn't participating, because we already have, you know, 100 score right there. Anyway, enough with the memes. We do have the very last match. Moon on the Yummy Yugi. If this is something like... Oh, 30 cards. Hold up. Oh, oh, it's Witchcrafter for the very last deck. This card's the Vortex. It's not a Witchcrafter spell, but it is a spell. Damn. It's going the distance, isn't it? The full distance. Tori, now you're hoping to join into... Okay, that's a good pitch, Masterpiece. There is one spell in the grave for you to utilize. It isn't a Witchcrafter one, but passing on just that. Oh no. This is where you hope that Moon drew into a spell, literally any spell, off of that Pitori. There's Chandler. Will it be going through? Perhaps I'm thinking that the best timing to negate will be when Cyber Slash activates her effect, so that your verse still stays on the field. One could take a risk now, but you just lose to Soul's Nest in that case. Will be activating though, so he does. Oh, that's MST, and there's Chalice. Oh no. And now Chalice is just gonna resolve, and that's just kind of game, isn't it? Just Cyber Slash at Perfumer at Egoist now. Going to Cyber Slash, and well, I haven't seen Grid that's the issue. Lives with Masterpiece, yeah, that is true. There is still Masterpiece left in the graveyard. But considering he had to discard the top decked MST, I'm thinking he has no other spell in the hand. Meaning that, you know, that Genie, what's it gonna do? I think it's clear that Superviz is in that winning position, even though he may not get lethal on this turn specifically. Or who knows, maybe he has Oracle or something like that. Like, he could very well just join to Oracle. What would be important though is the attack order. Your Oracle has to attack, or no, not even the attack order matters, because it's not lethal with Cyber, Harpy Lady and Oracle together. So either way, Masterpiece should be blocking probably this attack. Not a single Witchcrafter spell. That is a very sad sight to see. I think he did also go first. Imagine if Moon went second with that kind of hand. Not just one more card to draw, but you know, perhaps, you know, starting with a Witchcrafter spell, that could be a very good... Whoa, that's a second Vortex. Oh my god. Did he just stop that? Tori as the discard target. I mean... Still, I'm not seeing it. It's such a rough opener. Such a rough opener. We know how good Witchcrafters could be. Oh, he even has the Book of Moon for his own Cyber Slash. Tori. I mean, he's gotta draw into any Witchcrafter, I suppose, and that's just not gonna happen. That's just not gonna happen. Cyber Harpy Lady coming in once again. Tag number 1. What's this delay though? Surveys, go on. This is the last attack, isn't it? Don't tell me you're gonna DC. Oh. Alright, it is the Veil. Okay, we're still clinging. We're still living, guys. Live and die by the top deck. Holiday could revive. Oh, it's the volcanic wall, dude. The mill, the roulette. Let's see. MST number 2, Ver, and Holiday. At the very least, there's Jenny that can help with getting Ver at least on the board, but there is no Witchcrafter spell to return this way. Nothing. 1, 2, 3, 4 non-Witchcrafter spells. And with that, you know, just return that to hand, and now that's gonna be game for Supervised. I'm pretty sure now. There is no nothing. No nothing. And with that, Duel Links Latam, after such a long game, winning again against Duel Links Taiwan. So I don't want to, you know, say some bad things, but I guess we do know which Duel Links won today. Alright, guys. Still, what a match! So back and forth. Each time someone won, it was only just for one win, because then the other team would take it right back, and you know, was just that close. And at the very least, Duel Links Taiwan didn't 100% need this win, so they still have a chance. And I just want to remind you guys, they lost with the closest score possible. So now they're on 16 RD. So like, as long as they don't lose the next duel, like 10-0, you know, they should be in playoffs. And Duel Links Latam showing up in this end season. They were 0-6 at one point with a hell of a lot of minus RD, but facing the Legends, well, the other 0-6 team at the time, and then Switcheroo grabbing a 10-3 win. That's just, you know, That's very good. Anyways, we will be having Sun Clan versus Divine starting in 15 minutes, so do not go anywhere. And with that, I will be closing out. Let's manage the prediction. Oh, it was already paid out? Or, oh no, I deleted it because 0% of you voted for Latam. 0% of you. It was only Duel Links Taiwan that had supporters. So if you voted for Duel Links Latam, you would have gotten yourself some nice points. But it is what it is. Anyway, thank you once again for watching, and see you with the last game by whoever is streaming that in less than 15 minutes. So stay tuned.